How is everybody? I hope that everybody is doing fine and everything is working well for you. It's been some times we haven't or live 1 week ago, but that was a restream, the longest live. But today I thought of coming here and share one with you. Yeah, the way we normally share. So, first of all, I hope that you are doing fantastic. Yeah, you're doing fantastic. I hope that you're doing fantastic. And, if you're in Kenya, you are trying to cope up with Kasongo. Yeah. So, you can see the thumbnail there. I want us to talk about that couple. Shamfungulia. I want us to talk about the couple, Maangis, the Maangis. If you are in Kenya, you know the Nishamfungulia. If you are in Kenya, you know the Maangis. They are such a nice couple. Nisha Ana ako kwao, ameenda shule. Sorry guys, I'm talking to my toddler. Ameenda shule. Kaa hapo ngoje Farera atakuja. Kaa hapo. So if you are in Kenya or if you are a YouTuber, I'm very sure that by now you know this couple that are calling themselves Maangis. The Maangis, they are such a beautiful couple. They post videos for us. I personally love them. I first of all came across their video on Facebook, and I loved it. They are showing us how to love each other. What love means, what it means to love and to be loved. Growing up, I could not see a man and a woman, especially couples, married couples, even sitting together, or even holding hands, or even having a cordial relationship like friends. It was very rare. Like couples, like a woman was not supposed to be next to her husband. Actually, even if you go somewhere and the husband is sitting there, the wife sits there. Yes. There was really no relationship, and the current generation are showing us something different. The millennials and the Gen Zs, they're showing us that your partner, you're supposed to love her or love him. You're supposed to treat him with kindness, or her, treat her with love. Value her like somebody you have chosen. Among 1,000 millions of people, that is the person you have chosen to do life with. Therefore, she or he deserves the best from you. If it is cooking, you're cooking for him, you cook for him the best food. Sweetest food, that's somebody you've chosen to do life with. So this is somebody that is, he or she has a very high pedestal in your life. You hold them so high. Unlike in the past where, a woman was like treated very, very badly by the husband. So they did something which I think most of us here saw. They did a prank. And there's something with these pranks. All of these pranks are done by men to women. Are done by men now pranking women. That's what I mean. You can never see a prank where the woman is now pranking the husband. I have never come across that kind of a prank. It is always the woman. It is always the woman that is being pranked, And as a woman, it tells me something about marriage. Actually, it should tell you that in marriage, things are not easy like the way you might think. You know, in that prank, let's now talk about the Maangis prank. In that prank, talked about very bad things to his wife. Can you imagine telling your wife that your mouth stinks? I don't like the way you are comfortable with the food in your mouth and just talking to me and, just talking to me. And he even went ahead and asked her, my mother gave birth to me. You, what have you given birth to? So as much as it can sound like a prank, that is not a prank for sure. You see, these people, you see, that's why me, I don't like jokes. People that normally say they joke, they don't joke. They mean what they say. They present it in form of joke, but it is not a joke. It is what it is. It is what it is. Whatever they're saying, telling you, that's what they mean. And I really felt bad for Michelle, the lady, the wife now, because she had to take it in, and she's in front of the camera, and that was so dangerous. So if you are a woman who wants to get married, you really need to look at these marriages and imagine what marriage is. Actually, in most marriages, there is no love. People treat each other so badly in marriages. I just don't know what went wrong. There is no kindness and compassion in marriages. This is why you can find out that sometimes maybe a wife is sick and she's now taken back to her mother to go and take care of her. That is if the mother is still alive. Or to her people, if the brother is there and the brother's wife can take care of her, she's taken back to the brother to take care of her. Because actually in marriage, like, it is the most transactional thing. You will not live with a man if you're not being productive. If you cannot wash for him, you cannot cook for him, you cannot, he can't make love with you, you are of no use. You will go back to your mother to go and take care of that kind of burden that you're trying to. It's a very sad thing, though. The Maangis couple reminded me of that. In marriage, people treat each other so badly. You treat each other, and it all starts by men. I wonder why. It all starts by men. Even if you grew up seeing your mother or your father disrespecting each other, seeing your father disrespecting your mother, that doesn't mean that when you grow up, you should treat your wife the same. But unfortunately, men, when they grow up, they treat their wives the same. The same way the father was treating the mother is the same way he is going to treat his wife. I don't know why they continue with this trend. I think men are not like women, by the way. You see, me when I was growing up, and let's say I saw something bad between my parents, my mom and my dad, I would try to rectify it. I will try not to repeat the same mistake again. You know? Because I know a human being, what a human being needs is just decency, basic human decency. You just treat a human being with basic human decency. Because if you treat your person like trash, let me say that one, sorry to pronounce it, tomorrow you need this person. This person that you are mistreating is this person that you're going to need tomorrow. If you are broke, you will run to your wife. If you are sick, you will run to your wife. Not even the side chick will be there for you. Not even the whoever. Nobody will. You will run to your wife only because in your mind, you know that she knows you. She knows you better. She accepted to live with you when you had nothing. Now that you have had everything, you went and misappropriated and mismanaged everything with your women. Now you're coming back to your wife empty-handed. You're claiming to be the man or blah, blah, blah. Some things like that, they don't make sense at all. It's very, very, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that women are still going through that, even in this era. Why are women still suffering in marriages? What Maangis said was a very bad thing. You can't tell your wife in public that your mouth stinks. Why do you tell your wife that in public? What is your aim? What do you want to gain? What do you want to gain with that? After shaming your wife, what do you gain? Okay, but it's only women who are normally prank. There is a prank I watched some times back, and the husband was asking the wife, what will you do if I marry a second wife? But you'll never see a wife asking the husband such questions. Like, yeah, you see, even me, I can't do such pranks with my person. He will not tolerate them. He will not tolerate them and call them pranks. He won't do that. So, women, I think it's very sad that you grow up in your family where you are loved and treated with respect. Then when you get married, when you're now old to get married, now that is the first time you want to experience, what do we call it? Disrespect in your life. And you want to experience disrespect from your own spouse. I think dealing with some of these things, it's very difficult for some. That's why some women are dying of depression. Because if a man tells you, what have you given birth to? My mother gave birth to me. And you, what have you given birth to? Hmm? You, what have you given birth to? It will be very, very bad. It is very bad. Even after that, when you are seated together and you try to think, you're trying to digest that matter. Hmm? Your brain cannot even, accept that kind of word came from your person. Yeah? This is why I think as women, let's be like men. You see, I've just told you that my person, I cannot afford such kind of pranks with him. That now I start asking him, what will you do if I get I get married to a second husband? He will not tolerate them. He won't. He won't even participate in that kind of he will not. It's the same way we women should be. Don't accept to be treated like a trash. Don't. If you don't like the pranks, let's say you don't like them. It doesn't matter whether it's giving you money or what. Don't. Don't. I repeat, don't. Have your stand. Respect your stand. Maintain your stand. Are we together? Never allow anybody to take advantage of you and bully you in the name of marriage, relationship, etc., etc. Because if you do this, you are the one on the receiving end. My friends, if you do this, you are the one who will regret. So, respect yourself. As women, let us also have standards. That's like I've said. So bye. I wish the Maangis well, and I hope that they will work on their marriage. And you know, we love them. They're such a beautiful couple. We love them. We want to see them happy. But Mangi, don't make such kind of jokes to your woman again.